Well, hi guys, Aaron Dorr here with Wyoming gun owners with an update for gun owners in House District 49. This is the area around Evanston, or it's the city of Evanston, down in the far corner of Uinta County, down in the Utah border, right down there in that corner. This seat has been held for a long time by Gary Piperinen, one of the most reliable pro-gun votes that we had in the House for a very long time. And Gary's not going to seek re-election, causing this vacancy. So you've got two or three candidates, and it is kind of two or three, as you're about to find out, who are seeking the nomination in this August 18 primary. On the one hand, you've got former State Senator Paul Barnard, who really, from what we're being told, it's not really a serious candidacy, and I'm not quite sure how best to describe it. He signed up to run the very last day of the filing period. Hasn't seen to run the campaign. He has not signed our survey in any way, and so not really sure what more to say. It doesn't appear to be a serious candidacy. When it comes to Joy Bell, however, former mayor of Evanston, Joy Bell, she is actually trying to run for this seat very aggressively. The problem is that Joy refuses to sign the 2020 WYGO gun rights candidate questionnaire. And what that means for us then is, as gun owners, we simply have no idea where she stands. And these days, with gun rights being so important, and of all these recent protests and riots and looters from Antifa and everything else, to have a candidate in Wyoming in a Republican Party primary refuse to tell you and I where he or she stands when it comes to gun rights is almost always, in our experience, an indication that that candidate intends to attack our gun rights if elected. So when it comes to Joy Bell, red flag gun seizures, we don't know where she stands. AR-15 ban, will she oppose that? We don't know. Waiting periods, fixed NICS, raising the age to 18, on and on it goes. Joy Bell, she won't say. That's dangerous when it comes to our gun rights. On the other hand, you got Bob Wharff. Now, Bob Wharff has been an active gun rights supporter in the Capitol for quite some time as a lobbyist, and that's not always a bad word, but he lobbies for conservation issues, for hunting, fishing, and for all kinds of conservation issues. And so in that capacity, I'm going to start from the bottom here. Bob Wharff stood right alongside of me and others and helped lobby for and testified in committee in support of Stand Your Ground law. As you guys probably know, in 2018, Wyoming finally passed Stand Your Ground law, allowing gun owners who are under attack to stand their ground, not have to retreat, and use defensive force where appropriate without having to worry about being prosecuted afterwards by some anti-gun prosecutor just because they did not back up enough steps before using defensive action. It's a big advancement for our freedom, and Bob Wharff was there aiding in that fight, helping to lobby for it, testify for it, and more. So very, very big to note that in the case of Bob Wharff. But also, Bob surveyed 100% with WYGO in the selection cycle. And that means that we have Bob on the record. That means he signed the survey, and we have it on our website. So you guys, gun owners, voters, can grab it, download that, and hold on to it. And that way, if Bob ever betrays his constituency and gun owners, you guys have the ammo you need to hold him accountable. But what it really means for you today is that he's on the record opposing red flag gun seizures. He opposes an AR-15 ban, waiting periods, fixed NICS, mental health, gun control. It's kind of a red flag gun seizure light. He opposes universal gun registration. Every question we asked, Bob Wharff answered 100% pro-gun. And frankly, I wasn't surprised given what we've seen of Bob in the Capitol over the last couple of years. We see a lot of problems in Cheyenne with moderate Republicans who say one thing and do something else. That's a problem. But it's even worse when they refuse to even claim to be pro-gun. That's a real problem. That's a real warning sign, a red flag, dare I say, that we should be aware of. So if you're a voter in House Seat 49 or know somebody who is, make sure and pass this video around and show folks that in this area down here of Evanston, we should have rock solid gun rights advocates electing or representing us in Cheyenne. And in this race, you've got one candidate who apparently who will publicly put his views on our freedom on paper. Bob Wharff is that candidate, and you've got two that won't tell us where they stand. Joy Bell and Paul Barnard, not good signs from those two. Share the video around your gun clubs, hunting clubs, church, co-workers, family, friends. Make sure everybody knows, because we need strong voices for our gun rights in Cheyenne, and it's important to have those in these conservative seats like this. Guys, you're not yet a member of Wyoming Gun Owners. You can see we're on the ground, leading the fight, advocating for your freedom. We need your support. So go to joinwygo.com and get signed up today. Thanks.